Okay, we're back. Welcome to another episode of It's 2020, and we're doing everything we can to bob and weave through all of this. Thank you guys so much for supporting us up until this point. And we're here to make some announcements based on the governor's announcement 2 days ago regarding gyms being permitted to reopen at 25% capacity with some specific rules. I want to review those rules, kind of go over a couple of things that that'll be our expectations in terms of what we're going to do to help help implement some of these guidelines that will keep everyone safe and feeling comfortable in our facility. Okay, so 25% capacity. What does that mean for us? In the upstairs main gym, the entire first or second floor of that gym, it looks like we have, according to our fire code, the ability to occupy 100 people within that space. So 25% of that would be 25 people, taking into account physical therapy, Twin Barrel Physical Therapy, that has been open since the beginning of this pandemic because they have been an essential business. I'm going to allocate 12 to 15 people there. So I am only going to have open gym access that you'll be able to book in your app with 10 people max. And again, physical therapy, that would be a max for them. So they will 100% come in under that number. I'm being conservative as I roll these numbers out. So I think 10 people max in open gym time space. If it does get crowded and it feels tight in there, you can move over into the field house now. We're going to take down the barriers between the field and the main gym, and you will have access to the east side of the field. The west side is reserved for Prep Performance, who is also upping the number of people that they will be accepting as well, up to 12 clients on that side of the field. In the field house itself, 25% capacity means 56 people, 28 people per side. James will have 12 clients max, probably with two coaches. You got 14 people max on the west side of the field. We will be having 15 max on the opposite side of the field. I mean, and we're still well under that 57 number. Or 56 people. So we feel very confident that the numbers that we're offering are well under even what the guidelines are telling us from the state. So that being said, we're still on that on a plan that we feel is conservative enough and aggressive enough to be able to safely socially distance and maintain what the executive order is intended to do. Okay, so those are going to be the numbers. You'll have to download the app. If you don't have your app as a Gym Access member, download the app. Once you're logged in, you'll need to go to the My Zone classes, click on that, and then there's open gym times that you can scroll through and find, and you will be able to schedule up to 10 people per hour in those time slots. Okay, that will be a mandated thing. You have to do that to gain access into the facility. All right, and you have to respect the times that are allotted. We can't be showing up early. We can't be staying 5 minutes late. I'm trying not to have people congregate with two groups of 10. Now all of a sudden we have 20 people in the building. That's too much. Please respect the start and the stop times. Okay. That being said, you will walk in, there will be a temperature check right at the main entrance. You will hold your forehead up to that station. If it beeps, that's going to tell you that you have a temperature. Take a step back, shake it off, check it again. If it beeps again, we're going to ask that you leave the facility and go home and go to bed. And hopefully, hopefully it's, nothing serious, but, that may lead to a COVID test, and you're going to make some decisions based on your own personal health care at that point. But we just ask that if you do have a temperature, please make it 180 and head home, and just be respectful of everyone else that's in the building, and obviously yourself. You should be resting at that point. The biggest question is masks have been mandated by the executive order to be worn in the gym. So here's our stance on that. You must come to the facility with a mask. You must be wearing a mask to the facility, and almost like a dining situation. When you leave, you must wear the mask. The locker rooms are still not going to be open for showers. So keep that in mind. Bathrooms obviously open. So, but as you're working out, if you can safely socially distance, we are not going to require that you wear the mask while you're socially distancing. If you feel like you cannot, and there are other people that are around within a 6-foot radius of you, please put the mask on. Take a break in the middle of your set. Put the mask on. Be socially distant. There's plenty of space, especially at the requirements that we're setting that limit at in terms of how many people can be in the building. So that's our stance on masks. You have to have one with you. We have gotten two officers that have come to the facility and inspected us, and I do not want to get in a situation where the mandate requires us to all have masks and someone's caught without a mask. So that is going to be a mandatory thing that you have it. We have some extra ones here. See Alpha Prime USA, check them out on Instagram. They're awesome. They make some really, really great performance apparel. Check them out. If you need one, you can order one from them, or just bring a mask. Everybody's got them now. If you want to go out to a restaurant, you have to have one anyway. So, all right. So there you have it. 100% of the scheduling is through the app. Your username is your email. If you don't remember your password or didn't even set one up, just click forget password. Do not try to create a new account, because if you're a current member, you already have an account in our system. Go through the process to reset your password. Once you're logged in, click on My Zone Classes, scroll through, and you'll get to the open gym times. Just schedule your time. You'll be able to schedule up to 10 slots within those open gym times effective September 1st. So that's that. Okay. Let's get to the next topic. The Zoom sessions that we have been doing for My Zone will be ending on August 31st. Once we start this new September 1st option, you will have, and now that we're permitted to be open and having more people within the facility, we are officially going to end the live Zoom sessions. Although I have set up online on our webpage under the My Zone classes, you can click on demand classes, and we have currently 126 videoed on demand sessions that we've taught throughout this pandemic, and we have double that in the library. And it's broken down by instructor or coach, and you can select one. You just need to hit me up for the password for those, and as long as you have a membership that's current and active, you will have access to those Zoom sessions on demand if you still feel uncomfortable about actually physically being here at the facility. So that's a big announcement. The other big announcement is Test has purchased Rock and Ride, and Lynn and Robin have done a phenomenal job building a brand, and there's a very passionate cycling community that's been going. The instructors have pretty much all agreed to stay. And we do have an active program there. That being said, now that Test actually owns that business, we are going to create membership options that will allow you to siphon through kind of an either or scenario between My Zone and Rock and Ride, My Zone or Rock and Ride, or a combination of all of the above. So, we're excited. We're excited about, that opportunity. We implemented some of those semi-private sessions 2 weeks ago. It's taken off like wildfire. They're booked completely. So, and in a way that's already set up for the confines of being very specific in terms of how much distance the governor is allowing between bike. He specifically called out cycling classes. So we know exactly what to do, exactly what's safe, and we're ready to go there. So that's the plan. That's a story for now. Thank you so much for everyone that has been ultra supportive of the process and getting us from literally March 17th until September 1st, nearly 6 months of this. We couldn't have done it without all of the support that you guys have shown us along the way. And, we just appreciate everyone that's been a part of the Test community. And we can't wait to see you guys again. Donna will be back on Monday next week. She's really excited to see some familiar faces. She's been watching Jackson a couple days a week, and those two are inseparable. So it's great to be on the horizon of something that I think is going to be great. We've done a ton to really make sure that our business has been stabilized. There'll be some more posts about that down the pike, but all of our tenants have been super healthy throughout this as well. We've really done a lot to make sure that everyone has a stable environment or has had stability or some kind of stability throughout this, because the longevity is more important to us than the short-term pain. So excited to see everyone next week. Don't forget your masks. Make sure you do your temperature checks. Download the app. If you have any questions or concerns or problems with the app, downloading it to your phone and getting logged in, please email me at kevin@team-test.com. And be patient with me a little bit right now. There's a lot that, I just want to make sure that I'm spending quality time with each person that has questions and get you guys totally set up so that you're ready to go. That's pretty much it. Excited to see everyone next week, and hope everyone is happy and healthy and safe, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care.